It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we have a beer from Stone Brewing Company. It's the Xocoveza Leches Imperial Stout brewed with Mexican hot chocolate and tres leches. I've never heard of tres leches. I'm probably pronouncing it all wrong. It's a beer coming in at 8.5% ABV, brewed with chocolate, coffee, Pasilla peppers, vanilla, cinnamon, nutmeg, rice and oats. My goodness me, that sounds amazing. It's a 355 milliliter can, 12 fluid ounce can. It has been brewed with lactose. Says on the side of the can here. But without further ado, let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. Cost me £4.50. Keep that sticking in case we need it for later on in the review. I like the little stone cutout. Like a nice little bit of attention to detail on the ring pull. Oh! Looking at the stone ring pull, I've held the can to the side. That's not a great idea, is it? Right, it's a lactose beer, so I'm going to really give it a bit of a heavy pour. Two finger tan coloured head jet black beer in the glass. Looks good, looks very good. It sounds really promising. I'm hoping this is a better experience and to where Stone, in my mind, used to be. I had a Stone Hazy IPA recently and I thought it was really poor, really poor. And that was after like not having a Stone beer for about 3 or 4 years. So I'm hoping, fingers across here, that this is going to be something how I remember Stone back in 2010, 2011, 2012, when they were producing top quality beer. It looks good. Let's get the aroma. I've had now comment in the comments box, because I got a terrible memory. I've had a version of this. I've had a version of the Xocoveza by Stone. And this still has that kind of tonka bean. It still smells like tonka bean. If I remember rightly, the first beer had tonka bean in it. It smells the same. Nevertheless, it smells very good. You get the chocolate, you get the spices. You get a little bit of roasted malt. It smells good. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. First thing I got, and I had to go back in for a second taste, was the burst of carbonation. The carbonation on the beer just kept on going. It kept on kind of hissing and fizzing and pushing the beer on the inside of the mouth, to the point where I slightly struggled to get that first taste in. I was concentrating so much on that carbonation fizzing away in the mouth there. that I forgot to talk about the flavours, but it definitely, there's a lot of complexity here. You definitely get the hot chocolate. You definitely get the spices. I'm pleased to say that the beer is not too sweet. My fear, when I read lactose, my fear that is the beer is going to be way too sweet for my palate, but it's not. It's rather, there's a dryness there. You get the bitter dark chocolate coming through, the milk chocolate coming through. You definitely get a sense of oats in there as well. I'm really enjoying the spices. It's got a nice mouthfeel. The lactose complements the oats. So the oats make it creamy, and then the lactose makes it slightly kind of creamier. And it all it complements each other in terms of flavour, mouthfeel. It's not bad, this. It's not bad. And if you're watching in America, not bad in English speak is good. It's good. It's just our way of getting our point across. We go, not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. It means, yeah, it's good. It's good. £4.50 a can. I can totally understand that. I can totally understand that. And actually, the Stone Hazy IPA cost me like £2.50, and that gave me a little bit of the GPs. You know, how can that beer come all the way from America for £2.50 a can? I was quite comfortable. I was more than comfortable paying £4.50 for this glass of beer, because I know the complexity that goes into it, and I know there's a bit of quality there. So I get the chocolate, the coffee, Bacilla peppers. I mean, I'm not from the area of San Diego in America, so I get peppers. I get bell peppers. We cook with bell peppers all the time. I imagine it's a variety of pepper. I get the vanilla. I definitely get the cinnamon and the nutmeg. So it's all there. It definitely is all there in terms of the spices on the back end. It's a good balanced beer. Never hiccup into your beer. You might blow it up your nose. The spices really complement it. It's a really decent beer. But now, of course, I mean, here's my slight bit of criticism. With the hot chocolate, with the spices, with the cinnamon, the nutmeg, the chocolate, the vanilla, it hides something. And it's been designed to hide something. And that something is the lack of, I would say, a real roasted malt flavour. If you've drank traditional imperial stouts in the past, you will be bowled over by the incredible bitterness and the incredible mouthfeel of a Russian imperial stout from the roasted malt. I fear that there's not quite enough of that roasted malt flavour in the beer for me to go, yeah, this is definitely a 100%, the backbone of the beer is a Russian imperial stout. This is probably a little bit more kind of syrupy, a little bit more kind of, they've gained the alcohol by using certain brown sugars and other stuff. Brewer's syrup, as I like to call it, as brewers like to call it. And I would say that's a bit of a shame. But on the other hand, and this is what wins it for me, this is what makes this beer a good beer, is they're not hiding behind that. They're not hiding behind the fact that they've mentioned they've used rice in the beer. And they've used chocolate and coffee and bacilla peppers and vanilla and cinnamon and nutmeg and rice and oats. They put a lot of stuff in here. It is meant to be an adjunct heavy imperial stout. And it is a good one. It is a good one. And Stone here, I'm not going to read it all out because I quite like that. That's classic Stone Brewing Company there. If you want to pause the video and read out that description, do it now. Okay, on we go. I hope you did it. I hope you paused it because there's a nice description on the back of this can. And that's classic Stone. Stone do put a big description on their beers. I'm ready to rate it. Stone Xocoveza Tres Leches Hot Chocolate Imperial Stout. £4.50 a can, UK price. Would I buy it again? Oh, that's a tough one. That's a tough question. I don't know. I don't know. It would depend on when I visited my bottle shop. Like if that Imperial Stout was sitting next to a Durham Brewery Imperial Stout, or an Imperial Stout from Cloudwater, or Verdant, or something like that. Maybe even, you know, Daya, Polly's. Would I buy that over what the breweries I just mentioned? The British breweries are producing terrific beers right now. It would depend on price. It would depend on if it was a price thing. If the British Imperial Stouts were £8, £9, £10 a bottle, then I might choose to buy that. But if they were a little bit cheaper, then I'd probably choose to buy a more traditional. I mean, okay, let's call it more traditional then. Sam Smith's Imperial Stout. Would I buy this over a Sam Smith's Imperial Stout? Probably not. Probably not. I like it enough to give it, I'd say, a 7 out of 10. It's a 7 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.